I'm less than 2 weeks out from my marathon. I'm still doing like lightweight stuff. Like I don't think you need to like completely eliminate all of your weights once you're within like 3 weeks of the marathon.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the temptations marathoners have. Is they're training really well, training really hard, and then they get 3 weeks out and they just like start coasting.
Yeah.
Like no workouts. Get out of the weight room. There's like complete like marshmallow mode.
Yeah, sedentary. They're not doing any of the things that got them to where they are at right now, fitness wise.
I think the key is like to keep that like training mentality, and then you're just not doing as much. You know?
Right.
Like so today I was doing intervals, and I was still running hard. You know?
Yeah.
But I just did 5 by mile instead of 6 by mile. So we're starting to take the edge off, and then next week on the interval day we'll take another repetition off. So I'm doing like 2/3 or less of what I normally do.
Right.
But the intensity is still there. The mental focus is still there.
Yeah.
Not completely just like marshmallow mode.
Yeah. The quality's definitely there. You blew by me on a couple of those intervals pretty fast.
That's a good workout, especially considering what we came off. I mean, last week, third week, 3 weeks out, that was our hardest week of training we've done in the build-up for New York. So I think you got to kind of keep the pedal to the metal till like, I mean, everyone's different too.
Yeah.
Like I know, like for example, like Sarah doesn't like to train quite as hard. You gotta find what works for you.
Right.
But I think the key is like just your mentality, you know, just not going into like how football players go into playing like defensive mode. You know? Like conservative football.
Prevent defense. Yeah.
That's what I was looking for. It's like that with running, you know. If you start playing prevent like weeks out, I've seen a lot of guys just lose that mentality that got them there.
Yeah, and take everyone through your last week, because I think a lot of people don't understand still the volume that you're doing. I mean, we did last take them from last Tuesday when we were at Shady Rest doing the 8 by K.
Yeah. So last Tuesday is our interval day. Well, I'll take you back to the Sunday before that.
That's good.
4 weeks before, it was a marathon simulation, which was probably the hardest workout I had done at that point.
Yeah.
So I ran like 12 miles, like under 550 pace. We're up here at 7,000 feet on the dirt, and then hopped into 8 mile tempo run. Ran like
immediately following the 12 mile. You might do a shoe change or something.
I stopped, changed my shoes, and then just go.
Yeah.
And tempoed like 8 miles at under 5-minute pace.
Yeah.
And then cool down a couple miles. So get in like 22, 23 miles.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, so we took 1 day of rest. Next day on Tuesday, come back with intervals, 8 by a K. So we do a K, and then we float 600 back to the start. So it's like a mile loop, and average like 5:05 pace. So it's
for the whole
out.
thing. Yeah.
And then the next day came back with the hour 35 minutes, just easy though.
Yeah.
Just one run that day, and then just recovery. And then came back the next day. I felt like I could have worked out the next day. My legs were feeling really good. But we just did another easy day. I think like 60 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the afternoon. And then Friday was the big 18 mile tempo day. And that was by far the best tempo I've ever had. So I was pretty encouraging, like
you were
2.5
flying.
weeks out. Yeah, it was really good. And then just took 1 day rest, and then ran 2.5 hours.
October 18th, a couple weeks before NYC, getting a long run. Ryan and Mev, JP is gonna be in it for a little bit later. So we got some mileage and some fartlek.
90 seconds on, 2:30 off. So fartlek for
Times
the
like
last
10, right?
40 minutes. Yeah.
Yep.
There's 10 of them. So that's 2.5 hours and like right around 26 miles or so.
Is he going 2.5?
Yeah. You done yet? We're getting hungry.
Roberto's is calling my name, dude. Come on.
Again, another like really quality long run, the best long run I've had, and just like a couple days after doing that 18 mile tempo. So, and then coming off that, like I felt like a little bit flat on Monday. And like it took a while to get the turnover going today with the intervals, but still like legs are feeling pretty good. The energy level's pretty good. Been sleeping a lot.
Yeah.
Getting lots of massage. It's the recovery that allows you to bounce back from that so well. So.
I think that's something that a lot of people don't focus on, that the rest and recovery is just as important as the workouts and the intervals and all the thought that goes into that. Sometimes the best thing to do to get better is to do nothing.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, totally. And it's like those easy days, I can't imagine doing that workload that I did 3 weeks before the race if I was out hammering easy days. Like,
Yeah,
it wouldn't
no.
happen.
Yeah.
It would have just been a lot of junk. My body would have been run down. Like, I took those easy days really easy. We were out jogging, like 7-minute pace or slower. So, I mean, think about it, like if you're doing intervals, say it's 7-minute pace, it'd be like you going out and jogging at 10-minute pace.
Yeah.
It was like those easy days should just be conversational, fun. You should just enjoy the run, just enjoy being out there, enjoy the company that you're with.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be about checking your Garmin splits. Like, leave your Garmin at home on these days. I love Garmin's. I use it all the time. But I use it on the hard days, you know? Like, on the easy days, it's just about covering some time and just relaxing and not being all intense. You can't be intense all the time. I don't think it's good to.
The idea on the recovery days is more just to recover. It's not to gain more fitness. It's just get blood flow to the legs, get recovery so you can hit it hard again the next day.
Yeah, I've heard so many stories, guys who are world record holders in the 1500, and they go out and they're jogging. People see them jogging like 10-minute pace on easy days. I remember seeing Bekele when I was in London for a track meet and seeing him out running with some girls the day after his race.
Yeah.
It's like, Bekele, world record holder, he's out running with girls, and like, he knows how to take it easy and how to recover. Just without that, the workout is pointless.
Yeah, hard, easy is definitely the formula.
Yeah, and you gotta find too, like, what works for you in terms of how many days in between you need. I think it's better to err on taking maybe an extra day.
Yeah.
Like, if you just are warming up and you just feel totally flat and sluggish, like, don't just press through it. Like, just put it off a day. It's no big deal.
Take what the body's going to give you. Don't force things.
Yeah.
I think that's when you can dig yourself in a hole that you can't get out of sometimes.
Yeah, totally. And it's about hitting this big block. It's not like I told you about that one big week, but it wasn't just about that one big week. It was about weeks and months leading up to that. This set up the ability to be able to do that week. I mean, like, you can't just throw that into the middle of anything like that. That was in the middle of a big cycle, big build-up that you gotta know how to plan to be able to train like that.
The quality of the training, but the density of the training and the cumulative effect of the training of months and months and really years and years of training goes into your New York City Marathon that you're going to race on November 1.
Totally. Yeah, it's about, people think it's just about what you did in that build-up, but it's about what I was doing out in the forest in Big Bear when I was in high school, like logging miles and doing hard workouts at a young age. It all is cumulative, definitely. I mean, they say, like, in this book, blanking on the name. What's the name of it? The Gladwell book.
Outliers?
Yeah. So in the book Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, it says that it takes 10,000 hours to become great at anything. He uses the example of violinists, of the Beatles, a whole bunch of different examples. It's like, it takes 10,000 hours to become great at something, and that has to start years in advance. I think I'm way over my 10,000 hours, so I'm well due to New York.
Very nice.
Good last long run for New York.
Fall because she gets so tight.
Practice.
It's been an awesome build-up.
Probably
Probably your best, or it's up there anyway.
It's my best. I mean,
like Dina and Mike and I and her, we're just kind of rolling through and all.
Yeah, exactly.
And like
5-minute pace for 18 miles, that was pretty good.
We're not telling anyone about that. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna keep that on the.
It was
We're
like
gonna.
5:30.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
5:30s.
Feeling particularly strong today. But when you go to grab your bottles, you're gonna be glad that you've strengthened your fingers.
So do you do like one for each finger?
Yeah, one for each finger.
What about the thumb? Is that possible?
Yeah, I think I can do it like this.
You got to go reverse grip on the thumbs. Nice.
Those are the hardest ones.
Yeah, but those are the money makers.
Yeah. I feel like extra strong after this. My fingers feel ripped too. Check them out. Yeah.